What is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here, and yeah, those pesky Retcon teams are starting to become quite a pain in the keister. And so we're gonna be talking about a couple of my favorite top offensive lineups to use against these guys, especially because yeah, like now we are running into more and more high leveled Jeff the Land Shark, especially because we are getting more shards on him as the weeks progress here, and more people are also getting them unlocked, and also people are also trying to get the stars on him as well through the redacted dimension. So of course as well, let's talk about some of the counters we'll use here. I did use some of these similar counters as well on in another video as well here, so you will notice that some of the teams are similar, but I'll show you guys basically my top three. And also I just want to mention here with regards to Cosmic Ghost Rider, he's a really good one because you don't need to have him built or anything like that. He is part of that Out of Time team, so a lot of people may have already have him built up because of the fact that you need him for, it was either like Green Goblin Classic or Nova, or one of those characters. I just forget which one it was. But anyways, his passive here is really cool because in war he lowers the damage by 50% for any non-Mephisto enemy that takes a turn before him. So basically anybody but Mephisto. So he'll basically receive 50% less damage, and yeah, this helps against himself and his ally. So yeah, it just gives him a little bit more tankiness, but really we don't care if he dies. He's just there to make the other guys a little bit more survivable, so we can take a little bit of hits before we are able to get to our turn. But anyways, let's quickly jump into the gameplay part. So we do have a pretty decently sized Retcon team here, at least in my opinion. Anyways, maybe you guys have seen bigger ones, but this is a good size one where usually when they've got either tier 19s or 20s, it means it's gonna be pretty strong. At least from what I've seen. It could vary. You may have bigger ones. I think they're pretty big here, but yeah, usually with this one I just stick with the Odin. Odin's gonna pretty much do the heavy lifting for us. I don't know if it makes a difference. I like to throw Dormammu in there as well, and then you want to just have a couple of the Asgardians. Specifically, you want Valkyrie and Valkyrie is and Mighty Thor are always a good synergy with each other. And then I think for the third, yeah, you probably go with anybody really, honestly. You could do Hela, or you could stick with the Bifrost members. It really doesn't matter. I don't think it really matters too much. But the important thing here is when you get to your turn, hopefully finally. And again, this may be dependent on the size of your Odin as well here, because there is a chance, right? There is a chance Odin could get nuked, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to actually stick that Cosmic Ghost Rider in this team to kind of add a little bit more damage back, or at least not damage, but like reduce the damage. And as you guys can see here, yeah, Odin's pretty much just left at the end here. He'll get stunned, he'll clear it. He does have the revive once. I think it works. To be honest with you guys, I don't know if it actually helps or not. He's never really died on me, but yeah, this is a very built up Retcon team, and yeah, you want to make sure when you basic, he's gonna get basically his battle effect, and then yeah, you can just basic here. We could have probably specialed. If you don't special, then he doesn't get the offense up. So we just kind of stuck with the basic, so you guys can kind of see the difference. When he gets back to his turn again, we'll do the special here. But yeah, as you can see here, it really doesn't matter how much damage these guys do, because every time they do damage, Odin just kind of does his thing. And honestly, these guys take so many turns. Odin's an absolute beast. I also have my Odin as a fortifier as well. I don't know if it makes any difference. I feel like it does. But yeah, let me know what you guys think here. And we are punching pretty big here because, yeah, like I said, these Retcon guys are pretty built up. quite very strong. So we'll do the special here, and then like I said, you guys can kind of see that we should be able to just basically clear them now. With the offense up and the speed up, it just makes them so much more stronger. But yeah, you can still get away with just basicing as well. Yeah, it really doesn't matter. But you want to make sure you do that basic first so you can get this battlefield effect. Otherwise, yeah, if you do the special first, he doesn't get his like auto assists. So definitely don't do that. So there you guys have it there. That's kind of the first team. And like I said, lots of gear tier 20. Other than the one, this was probably almost a fully maxed out Retcon team. And yeah, pretty much Odin just handles it himself. So this is one of my favorite counters. I do try to save my Odins now, specifically for Retcon, because yeah, it's yeah, like I said, it's just a very good counter. Unfortunately, it does eat up your Odin though, in case you wanted to use him for something else. But I still feel like Odin is a very small price to pay so that you can one-shot a fairly decently sized Retcon team. The next one is this one is another one of my favorite counters as well here, and again, we are going to be going up at a fairly decently sized Retcon team, and yeah, what we'll do here is we're going to stick Annihilators. Annihilators are still very good, I find. We'll stick with the Cosmic Ghost Rider to get that 50% mitigation of damage. And again, this only works on characters that aren't Mephisto. So this will not work if you're playing up against Mephisto, but I don't know why Mephisto would be in Retcon team. They would not get all those bonuses. So anyways, having said that, yeah, you can kind of just configure your selection, and again, you'll see here, if we don't have Cosmic Ghost Rider, I don't even want to know how much these guys do, but we'll basically take the first turn, which is quite shocking, to say the least, because of the fact that they have so many buffs. Yeah, you'll throw the ult there, and then yeah, Annihilators will basically just get absolutely destroyed here. Watch this. Just get all the safeguard removed. If you're lucky, Thanos might get pushed as well. So right here, he'll basically release. And yeah, basically you can still lose this, but Professor X really needs to survive. If he doesn't survive, you might have to reset it. But this has worked out quite well. Like I said, it is a little bit of luck base, but again, the Annihilators do kind of help mitigate a bit of that because of the Thanos cleanse. And then yeah, by the time it gets back to Professor X's turn, yeah, he will be able to ult, and that will pretty much, I think, take care of at least, I think, a few people here. The ult's gonna strip all their buffs off, and yeah, again, keep Professor X as what do I have as a fortifier, I think. I don't know. I think it helps. I don't know if it does, but yeah, it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. I have played against some pretty decently sized ones, and yeah, gear tier 20 is still very doable. It's just, yeah, it's just you need a little bit of luck here, as you guys saw here, that they can't target Professor X. Otherwise, yeah, you'll basically get nuked. And luckily the computer plays pretty stupidly, so we get lucky there. But yeah, Thanos is pretty clutch here. There's probably better team comps, but this is the one that's been working for me, because my Annihilators I wasn't really using all that much. So there you guys have it there. That is team number 2, and like I said, a fairly decently sized, not maxed out or anything like the first team was, but this one was kind of in the middle of the pack. And yeah, that's kind of my top 2 there. My third one, I'll show you guys here. It's my Brimstone, and again, I don't know if people use it, but this one's not bad. I use Quasar in place of Elsa, and yeah, it seems to work okay. I haven't really tried bigger teams yet, because yeah, the Brimstone just gets nuked. So I usually try to only keep this one for teams that are kind of around that 6 or 5. Don't try it against 7 or 8 or mil or higher, because yeah, I think I just don't know if it's gonna work, because even against these smaller ones, our teams just get absolutely nuked. Like, as you guys can see here, maybe there's a better. I'm still messing around with team compositions, but yeah, like I said, once it gets Damon's turn, he's gonna ult and he's gonna double tap this stuff. And that's kind of what you want here. Thanks to the damage from Doctor Strange, he basically just handles it himself. And yeah, I mean, they are a very good war team. They're pretty much up there with Winter Guard, and yeah, unfortunately, they're not even complete yet, right? Like Jeff isn't even 7. Could you imagine if he's 7 yellow? Like holy smokes! But there you guys have it. There, those are my 3 different teams that I use against in my war shards, and hopefully gives you guys a little bit of insight on that, and hopefully helps you guys out. Otherwise, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.